Hello, planners. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video where I'm actually going to set up my December calendar in my A5 planner. Now, if you have time, I would love for you to stick to the end of the video because I want to quickly talk to you about something a little bit personal. But in the meantime, let's So this is my A5 Filofax Norfolk planner in the color Sage. So I actually did a live this morning creating my December monthly cover. Now this is my A5 new planner bundle printable download that you can get from my shop, but you don't have to have my planner inserts to be able to follow along. Just make sure that you do have a calendar because calendar is very important in your planning for future planning, for noting down what might come up the next day or the following week. So, calendar is an important part of your planning process. So, let's just get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label the top of the page. And this one here, this planner insert printable, has dotted markings on the top. So then you can easily use it as a guideline so to make sure that whether you're adding washi tapes or if you're creating headings, that it's nice and straight. So I made sure that when I created this, it had the dot grids just for that purpose because I'm not very good at keeping my headings and writing in a straight line. Now, all the items that I do discuss in today's video, I will have it in the description below. So make sure if there's anything that interests you, just pop on in the description and you can clearly see that. Hello, Amanda. Yes, I know, another live. What's going on here? But I have to set up my December because it's actually December right now here in Sydney, Australia. It's 10 o'clock. The morning is nearly done and I still haven't set up my my calendar. But that's what it is. Planning doesn't always go according to plan, and we have to go with the flow. Thank you so much. All right. So, also, for those of you that do join me here either in chat or later on watching in the replay, my name is Marianne. I do planning, habit tracking, well-being, and budgeting. Now, I am not on camera at the moment, although I will be a little bit later on when I chat to you about something a little bit personal. However, earlier this morning, I was still in my pajamas, my hair a mess. So let's start with getting our December calendar sorted and let's get going. Okay, so I'm going to use, let me see if I can grab these. These are the things I will be using in today's calendar setup. So I've got some stickers, Tombow markers, pens, washi tape, my precision tweezers to pop my stickers on. So I'm going to use the Tombow Jaw Brush pen in the color 126 and use that piece of hair. My hair is always, this is the second time hair is floating about. I'm going to use the brush tip end to write in December. So because I had red and white stripe for my monthly cover page, then I'm going to do the green this time for the heading of my calendar. December. Okay, nice and easy. Now I am mindful of the time. So normally what I would do is grab myself a black pen and outline the edges of each letter just to make it pop on the page. But today I'm going to leave that as is. So it's really like doing the outline like that. But you guys get the idea. The next thing I'm going to do is actually, instead of using washi tapes, I'm just going to remove my planner for a second, make sure I have it handy to grab later on. let's do it this way. But what I'm going to do is, instead of adding washi tape onto the top of the planner insert, is I'm going to actually use these Tombow markers. So 126 in the green and 835 in red, and create a mock plaid washi tape effect. So I think I'm going to start off with the green, because the green is lighter and I don't want it to smudge when I go over with the red. So watch this. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit, so then that way can see a little bit better. Once again, I'm going to use the dot grid of my planner insert just to make sure I am lined up nice and straight. And then, so first I'm going to use the broad or the brush tip end, and then just create a nice thick broad line. I'm going to miss the next row and then do another line. And so here I'm going to try and make this nice and straight. But then again, if it's a little bit wobbly, that's the beauty of handwriting. It's not meant to be perfect. So then with the fine tip end of your Tombow dual brush pens, or really any markers, a lot of markers nowadays, they don't have to be the name brands, have dual tips. So then you can create the thinner strokes. So let's create or draw a straight line in between the broad strokes. And then that will create our horizontal markings for our faux plaid. And then with your red marker, the 835, we're now going to do the vertical lines. So again, using the brush tip end, just create the broad stroke, miss the next, well, I guess in this way, if I'm going this way, the next row, and then use the dot grid as a guide to make your broad stroke markings. Can you start to see the plaid pattern? So if you don't have washi tapes, but if you have markers, especially if you have your kids' markers lying around, those Crayola markers are great and they're nice and cheap, and you don't have to buy the expensive, because these Tombow markers can get quite expensive. They're about 7 to 9 Australian dollars here, and so if you want to get a lot of colors, it starts to get quite pricey. So there we are. Use your fine tip end to create the thin strokes in between the much thicker broad strokes, and you have created yourself a lovely plaid washi tape effect. Like if you wanted, you can use your black pen and then outline the edge, so then it really looks like a washi tape. But I'm going to leave it as is, because I know I'm going to probably stuff it up. So I don't want to do that, because I hate it when you go, it was fine the way it was, but you added something extra and now it's not as nice. Okay, for the bottom section, just so that it balances, I'm going to use these skinny washi tapes. So you can get these from any stationery or variety stores. I think these ones I bought in a pack of 10 in rainbow colors from Daiso. So if you've watched my plan with me in the past, you would have heard me talk about them. And I think Daiso stores are in different countries, and probably not in some of the other countries, not like here in Australia, where majority of them now are in every suburb. So if you're tuning in live and this is your first time, I'd love for you to type in new in the chat, or if you're watching on replay, I'd love for you to type in watching on replay. Not that it matters whether you do type in or anything or not, I'm okay with it, but it helps YouTube, it helps tell YouTube that people are enjoying the video, and hopefully we'll promote it to others. So that's what it is. So if you ever wonder why us YouTubers ask you for likes and comments, yeah, it just tells the algorithm that it is being enjoyed. So now that is the embellishments that I have. We've got the heading, we've got a faux washi, and then also this skinny washi. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Carpe Diem number sticker pad. So this is a prominent stationery feature of a lot of my Plan With Me's, and it does have a variety of different stickers. So you have buntings, these different colored cutout ones, big ones. I haven't really used this one because it doesn't really fit into my planner, but maybe I can use it for my 52-week savings challenge. Oh no, it goes up to 31 only. Maybe not. And then you've got the small, or is that the medium-sized circles as well? No, small size circles, medium-sized circles. So for today, I'm going to use the smaller one, and I think I have a full red. Here we are. So I'm going to use all these. So then when does the 1st of December start? Today, Marianne, today is the 1st of December, and it is also the first day of summer here in Australia. So we are going into very warm months. So it's the first day of summer, like I said, and it's already here in Sydney, I think about 23, 24 degrees Celsius, and it's going to be a warm summer. Let me know in the chat where you are, and I know a lot of my viewers are from the US, so I know it's the cold season, but yeah, let me know. You know what I need to start doing? I need to start learning my different states. Hello, Budgeting Mama. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you so much. I have to start learning my US states. And so when you guys tell me where you're located, I know at least whether it's East Coast or West Coast. I am very bad with geography. It's one of the things that I wish I knew a little bit more about. So at least I'm good at those trivia nights, and I can help out if I ever do go on trivia night. But I always sort of not participate because I feel like I won't be able to answer, the geography or history questions. But I'll tell you what I'm good at. I'm good at those the riddles. Who goes to trivia nights here? Let me know. I love those riddles where you do the the pictures, where you have to put pictures together to name a movie or a quote. I know I'm good at those. What else am I good at with general knowledge? Maybe some 80s TV show. Yeah, so maybe someone here can teach me some geography. Budgeting Mama, yes, you're in Texas. Thank you so much for participating in the chat. I always love you guys so much doing that, because I know sometimes when I do watch live stuff myself, I'm doing other stuff in the background, so I'm not always available, at my desk, so I can't type in. So I always appreciate. It's a wonder to me that that you guys are here. That you would take a moment of your precious time, especially now coming to the silly season. That you're here. I guess maybe you're planning like me, planning late like me as well. So hopefully you do get some inspiration from this video, and we can get some ideas from each other, because sometimes there are things that I forget to think about. 26, nearly there with these numbers. See, sometimes that's why I sort of think when I go on live and then all I'm doing is, popping stickers on a page, who will want to watch that? But I think sometimes it's the community that, that we have. It's like as if catching up with friends over coffee, or drinks or dinner and having a lovely little chat. Ta-da! I finished. Oh, hello, Jewish Planner. Oh, you're here again. Thank you so much. We're probably there going, well, let's just hang out together all day. So you're in New Mexico, between Arizona and Texas and south of Colorado. Okay, so I have to start remembering the names of the places so then I can place them. And I always love watching your content. Oh, I appreciate you guys so much. For being here. So there's the embellishments that we have. We have now set up all the stickers, the number stickers. That's what I'm trying to say. Now I'm going to, bear with me, I'm just going to go and grab my planner again. So if there's any bones creaking, old bones creaking, that's me. I'm actually going to be 48 on the 3rd of January. So, yeah. I think I don't mind. I don't mind aging, because age is just a number, right? So I still sometimes feel like I'm maybe not 21, but young age, that I forget that. Excuse me, old lady, you can't wear that anymore. But who's to say you can't wear whatever, or shoes, clothes, put your hairstyle in a certain way. I think what makes you feel good, you should do. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in known events, paydays, when bills are due. So I am going to refer to so here I'm just using my clear divided tabs that I made using laminating sheets. So as a homeschooling mum, I have lots of laminating sheets. We have the laminator, and I also then created the labels using a label maker. So if you're watching on live, I'll make sure to pop that in the link. And if you're watching on replay, I'm going to see if I can pop a card here. So if you want to know how I made this using laminating sheets. So let's quickly, so yeah, it just allows me to flip to the page that I need, nice and easy, so I don't have to flip through trying to find the page. So here's my current future log. Let me just remove that so it doesn't glare. So now we're at the end of the previous 2022 2023 future log, and I'm actually probably going to set up my 2023 future log. So I've got that already. But so wherever you have noted down your December known events and dates, grab that. And here I also have used the Carpe Diem. Let me see if I can get it. Sorry, my mouth is a little bit close to the mic, so I don't want you. I think this is it. So yeah, the Carpe Diem sticker pad, tab stickers, and then it's got all the different tabs. I've used up, I think, all of the months, but then it does have all these labels that you can add onto the blank ones. So I've got the December there. Again, easier for me to flip to and get access to my most used page. So the first thing I always put is payday. Use your calendar to note when money's coming in and when money is going out. The more you know this, then it's not going to be a surprise when a bill comes up or a subscription comes out of your debit accounts, and then you wonder, oh, I didn't know that was there. And then you have someone's birthday parties coming up, or the kids have activities at school. So if you know all these things ahead of time, financial wise, you'll be a lot more literate and know exactly where your money's going in and when it's going out. So I'm going to use this Create 365. I think this is by Happy Planner, the tiny sticker pads, and then it's got these payday stickers. So let me put that first. So my husband is the one that works outside of the home. And then of course I've got my side hustle. But it's his payday that's every Wednesday. Now, even though he does get paid on a weekly basis now, I still budget on a fortnightly or bi-weekly basis. It's just the way we've been doing it. So I accumulate all the money that'll come in 2 weeks worth and then budget that way rather than budgeting on a weekly basis, because I think if you're doing too much all the time, you'll wear yourself out. So let me know in the chat if you budget weekly, fortnightly, or what we bi-weekly, or on a monthly basis. Is Carpe Diem sticker still available somewhere? I think the Carpe Diem site, so I know I follow them on Instagram, and I'm not sure if they still have the 75% off sale up to 75%. So yeah, if you're on Instagram at Carpe Diem Planners is their handle name, and then I'm sure, of course, they'll have the links. I buy mine either at local stationery stores here in Australia or online retailers in Australia. But I do have a link in the description that is on Amazon. So it is an affiliate link, but because I know a lot of you are in the US, and if I put Australian links, it's not really helpful for you guys. So, but yeah, I think I've got the numbers and sticker tabs in my description. So there's payday. I'm also going to use the Kuretake Zip Clean color dot marker to then write or dot the little check. So I'm still going to put dots here. So then that way, once payday has arrived, I will color that in black, fill it in to know that it's come in. I also, we get on Tuesdays every fortnight. Let me just double check. We just got one, I think, on Tuesday the 29th, so on the 13th. And then on the 27th, we have here in Australia for low-income families, we have, we get family tax benefit just to help top up, because we are considered on the lower income threshold. And so as a one-income family, we do get, it's just a tiny little bit to help with daily expenses. So that comes in every second Tuesday. So we just got one a couple of days ago, so the 13th and 27th. So that's all the money coming in. The other things that I also put in on Sundays, if you're not aware, I have a online shop, and some payments are through PayPal, so I transfer PayPal payment out of my PayPal account into my bank account. Transfer PayPal. Now, the reason for that, when I first started side hustles, I used to make handmade dolls. You would read in different forums where PayPal accounts will get hacked into and all the money will get taken out. So now I have a habit of making sure that there's not a lot of money in my PayPal account. So even if they do hack into it, there's not going to be a lot of money in there. And I also do that with my debit account that has a card associated with it. So if by any chance I do use my debit card, we don't have credit cards. If I use my debit cards online, or if I skim it, or someone uses it, I use it in stores to pay something, and somehow someone grabs the numbers or whatever, there's not a lot of money in the account. So that's just a way that to keep us financially safe and secure, and then that way no one's going to take my money, because it's just so sad, all these different things that accounts get hacked, and we don't have a lot of money, and so I want to keep it. Thank you very much. So let's have a look. Budget on a monthly basis. Yep. And Amazon, yes, thank you, Amanda. Amazon does have the Carpe Diem. I wish I could get all of the different ones, but I know I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to be a sticker stat, I don't want to say whore, but hoarder. And so I don't want to have too much because I know I won't use them, and I don't use them a lot. So there's all the um, different financial stuff. The other things, oh, of course, if you follow me on Instagram on weekly basis, I am doing the 52-week savings challenge. And so we are now coming into the last 4 weeks of the 52 weeks savings challenge. Again, I'll pop the a video that shows how this savings challenge works. Now, the reason I do these fun weekly savings challenges is it's just a good opportunity to flex your savings muscles. Um, we have, our normal savings and sinking funds goals. So these ones are just on top to make it a little bit more fun. And like I said, to create and build that savings muscle. So, what do I mean by that? What I mean is that just because there's money left over doesn't mean you have to spend it down to zero. So, by having these weekly savings challenges and you look at what the money you currently have, it makes you think, okay, if there's that amount of money and I want to save for these fun savings challenges, am I able to, put a $5 aside, $2 aside? So it's a really good opportunity to look at the current funds and not just think, well, I've budgeted for that, so I can spend it. That shouldn't be your the foundation of your spending and savings thinking. It should be, well, if I have a financial goal, maybe I want, like we have to buy a new washing machine. Let's put some money aside as per normal savings. But then, how else can I add to that to make that savings goal for have us achieve that savings goals a lot quicker? So then that's that. Now let's look at my December future log and look at all the different things that I have on them. So I won't write this all out because, it's a bit boring having to watch someone do their own, calendar. But I want to cover a few different things here. So I've got my brother's birthday. I've got a monthly payment that needs to come out. I have an uncle's birthday. I have my youngest 14th birthday. Oh my God. So I have a 15 and a half and a 14-year-old boys. And so they're little men now. Their voice, one's voice is cracked. The youngest one's voice is cracking. And I don't want them to grow up. And I'll chat to you about that towards the end. And when I mention that I want to have a quick chat, if you're willing to stay, of course, about something personal. So I have a cousin's baby shower, the renewal of my Headspace app. Oh, also important, make sure, check your whether it's on your Apple subscriptions or any apps that needs to renew. Have a look in your on your phone and make sure that you note down when different apps will renew, because then if there's some apps that you no longer use, but then it ticks over when the subscription renews and then you paid for it again. So I've done that many times where, oh, I don't want it anymore. I've forgotten about that one. So check that. Also check your, that's why it's important to check your bank accounts to see what recurring payments are coming out of your account. So then there are no surprises. So what we were saying, 31st renewal, meet up with a friend. A friend is coming from overseas. And so I've got my older son's school presentation. I have a 7 a.m. Zoom. And I think that is all I can remember. Well, that's on my December log. And then, of course, I've got other things that I will migrate over things like my Shopify fee, the links that you see in my Instagram, iCloud, what else? Phone, and I think something else. So I'll refer back to your previous month to make sure that you have migrated regular bills coming out. So let me just quickly show you. This is my Filofax Pocket Domino Soft Organizer in lemon. And these are Keener print stickers. So these, she's called Lola. So she now I've got the fringe now, or bangs, and I look like her now. So I'm just going to grab events. So I'm just going to grab there should be a birthday one in here. So it looks like this was, I botched up the cutting on my silhouette cutting machine, and so it cut through. So I've got my brother's birthday there. Nope, that didn't cut it. I've got my son's birthday there. So yeah, add fun little stickers onto your planner, because the more attractive your planner is and the more fun it is, fun for you to embellish it, then the more you're going to go and use it. So if it's a boring old planner, that's less likely for you to go and go back to it. So all right, so that's my calendar. I'm going to add other stickers, highlight it. I'm probably going to write something here, and let me see if there's anything else I can think of. Now, let me know, whether you're in the chat now or in watching replay, what else do you add to your monthly calendar? I know my sons don't play sports, so I know you probably put sports or any other lessons for children. I know I'll probably put some virtual meetings on here when I check my Google Calendar. Yeah, so let me know, what else do you add to your monthly calendar? And I'd be interested to know this. Now, if you have found value, of course, in my video, I'd love for you to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe and make sure to hit the bell to get notified of new videos. So that is my December calendar all set up. So what I'm going to do is, if you haven't seen how I drew my December monthly cover page, just go click in the description, and if you do manage to stick to the end of this video, I'll also have a link where you can click or tap the screen. So I'm just going to share with you now, change camera, and hello. So I am dressed, and I made sure that I actually ironed this t-shirt, but I didn't iron the back. I have no makeup. Yesterday, my young son with me, wanted to give me a cuddle while I was sitting here, and he goes, "Mum, where are your eyebrows?" And I'm going, well, and I thought, what happened? Did I shave them? Did they fall off? And I went, no, I've still got eyebrows. I just didn't pencil them in. So I have no makeup, maybe a little bit of lip gloss, but I just wanted to quickly jump on and talk about something a little bit personal. And hopefully I have shared with you guys that for the last few weeks, this is the third week now that I've gone into it, where I haven't been feeling well mentally. Normally I put it down to, it's that time of the month, I get very emotional. I'll either be a cranky mom or I'll be a crying mess. But I've been really getting set off by a lot of different things, and I'm having, I don't want to say those woo-woo moments, because I don't want to diminish my feelings, because I have to acknowledge them. That's one of the things about being emotionally intelligent, is acknowledging your feelings and know that it's neither good nor bad. It's just a messaging system that's telling you that you are feeling a certain way because of something. And so if you have the opportunity to give it space, and you can't figure out yet why you're feeling certain ways, give it space. Give yourself a project that has a clear start and finish. And then that way, for some thoughts that may not be maybe unwarranted or not true, then you have something else to focus on. But because I've been feeling emotionally drained for a few weeks now, it's important that I acknowledge, and I can't figure out why, because it's too long of a period. Like, I just can't say, oh, it's because it's that time of the month. So the reason why I wanted to speak to you guys about it is I'm going to go see my GP, which is my general practitioner. Here in Australia, we can see our general practitioner and discuss a mental health plan. Now, I saw a therapist, for a couple of years. I did really well this year, and prior to COVID. So we thought, all right, let's give it a little break, because I was given the tools, the coping mechanisms, that if certain thoughts come into my mind, and certain feelings, that I have some coping mechanism. But I haven't been able to use those tools because I don't know why or how, but I think it's because mentally I'm not well, So I was thinking, if I had a bad back, or I get rheumatism, and you have that dead leg, and if it flares up a lot and it doesn't get, fixed by rubbing Voltaren on it, you would go see a doctor, right? So for something physical, we would see a doctor to get, help if we need to take medicine or antibiotic. And so, however, it's not spoken of enough that if we're not feeling well mentally, that we should also seek help. So I just wanted to let you know that if you aren't feeling well, those moments where you feel like, you just cry over the littlest things, it's your body telling you that you're not well. Not well doesn't mean it's bad. If you broke your ankle, you're not going to say to yourself, well, toughen up and, keep walking. Come on, put your pressure and weight on it. What are you doing? You wouldn't do that if you are hurt physically. So why are we putting ourselves through anguish and saying, well, I've got to toughen up. I've got to keep going. I've got children. I've got work to do. I've got to look after elderly families, whatever our priorities that we need to get through on a day-to-day basis. But it's just important that we look after ourselves. How can we look after others if we are not looking after ourselves? So I just wanted to let you know that if you're not feeling well in the head, in the heart, you go seek help and go see your doctor, and hopefully you have a good GP, because unfortunately there are some GPs that go, oh, you're all right, you just need rest or toughen up. But hopefully you have a good doctor that will tell you that what a brave thing you are doing to seek help for yourself, and make sure that you are well enough physically and mentally to be able to look after yourself first. So then that way you are strong to look after others. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I hope that if you are struggling, that you have the ability. I am very lucky to have a wonderful support from family and friends, but sometimes others don't. So if you are struggling, go seek help, and it's not bad to do so. It's good. It's actually a superwoman thing to do. I know I do have men here as well that tune in. So same for you, men. it is not weak to seek help. So I just want to know that I am good. I'm fine. I'm in a good position that I can recognize these things. I just want you, as hopefully my friend that come in here on a regular basis, that if you are struggling, you can DM me, talk to me. But I'm not a professional, so sometimes I may say the wrong thing. So make sure you do that. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you, Budgeting Mama. And Amanda, thank you so much. I appreciate you a lot. And you don't know how lovely it is to have you guys here, whether you're here with me live or if you're going to tune in on the replay. But I just wanted to say that because it's not talked about enough. We only see the pretty things on Instagram and the good things and the beautifully well planned planners and the beautifully embellished pages with stickers and markers. But sometimes I think those that smile the most and that look the happiest and the perfectly curated pages sometimes are hurting as well. So with that in mind, I better see you in my next video. If you haven't yet checked how I did the December cover page, make sure you do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.